Wait, no rules or?
No, like all rules. Increase safety car as well.
Okay. Okay, that's not.
Yeah. As well, try not to die. Just.
I won't.
Because.
Trust, I won't.
Alright.
Okay. Bye.
Oh, he's gone. Alright. I am eating a pizza. Very tasty.
Okay, Kian, there will be rain shortly during the race, and it'll go back to dry soon.
As you can hear on the team radio, rain is coming in this race. And will it be heavy rain? Well, you're gonna have to wait and see. Because this race is gonna be starting very shortly. And it's lights out and away I retire because I'm not racing. I'm commentating for anyone who didn't know. Anyway, Sergio Perez. Now let's have a look behind. Kian RCS is making headway through the field. He is in 7th and now is on the back of Sebastian Vettel. Will he make a move soon? He probably will. He is eager to get past that Aston Martin. But now he's being chased up by his teammate Lance Stroll. Oh, he's gone a bit wide there. And just about kept it on the track. But now Lance Stroll has overtaken him. And the predicted race strategy here with AWS predicts a soft to hard strategy and a mediums to soft strategy. Now we're going to have a look who's going on which set. As let's have a look at what's exactly going on, because this is going to be a very, very interesting race. As Max Verstappen says, the fastest lap of the race. Here we are, still watching with Kian RCS. Now a bit more behind Sebastian Vettel. He is falling behind, but he is still quick. So if he keeps that way with him, it will be all good. Now we're going to be fully watching all of these drivers here, because this is going to be a very, very interesting. Now up here with Max Verstappen leading the race after snatching pole on Saturday ahead of Mr. Saturday. I'm not talking about George Russell, I'm talking about Lewis Hamilton. So predicted race strategy again, softs to hards or mediums to hards. That was my fault, I didn't say that. That was a predicted race strategy, but most seem to be on the soft tyre. Kian, Esteban Ocon, Carlos Sainz, Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell have all decided to start on the mediums. Would that be a good strategy goal? We have to wait and see later in the race. Now we have a look at Kian RCS, which will have slipstream here on Sebastian Vettel. Won't have DRS just yet. We'll get it next lap. He's getting very close to the back of that Aston Martin. Yes, he could possibly make a move here soon. And if that move's done, he will get himself up into 6th place. And behind, there seems to be an incident. Has there been a crash? Has there been... What's happened? If Daniel Ricciardo was slowing down, he has an engine failure. Oh, that is a big disappointment for the Aussie. Or what did happen? What did happen? No, it's
5 minutes until rainfall.
My bad. That isn't Daniel Ricciardo with an issue. Or did anyone have an issue? I'm not very sure, because they're both both Ferraris and the McLaren, where the incident was, they're back up and running again. I'm very confused what exactly happened, unless maybe Carlos Sainz does have a problem. Now, I am very confused with this situation. Yellow flag was up, was in sector 2, and up here we go. Haven't even seen it. Kian RCS, sorry for not switching the cameras over to you, my friend. He has passed Sebastian Vettel, but now Sebastian Vettel's going to pull over to the left, trying to get past with the DRS, and I think he's done that quite well there. And oh, Kian trying to get past, back in here. Oh, what a move by Kian RCS. Lovely stuff. And behind, Carlos Sainz and Esteban Ocon having a nice fight as well. Back to the old Spanish boy. And Esteban Ocon has been defending here from Carlos Sainz. The other Ferrari of Charles Leclerc, Daniel Ricciardo, Nicholas to 19th. There was a big train there. Esteban Ocon kind of going slow there. And if they would like to get a move on and possibly attack the front runners, then that would be a great idea. I recommend doing it now. Anyways, lap 4 of this Grand Prix. Max Verstappen got pole and is still leading this race ahead of Lewis Hamilton. But Lewis will have DRS here. And with that DRS, he is gaining a lot of time. The gap is reducing from what was 6 tenths to 2 tenths. Will he look for a move? He can't. Oh, never mind, he can. He looks to the outside. Around the outside he goes. Will Max just stay ahead? They make contact. And Max Verstappen shoves his way ahead just about. That was a very close one there. And Carlos Sainz back here is once again fighting with Esteban Ocon. Will he get past this time? Esteban Ocon fighting for his life and once again stays ahead. Great defending from the French driver. Now, didn't mention it before, Kian RCS has dropped back to 7th. Very disappointing. But, of course, that's how the life goes. And now I would like to talk about the rain that is supposed to be coming here on to Imola. Now, rain is coming shortly, but we don't know exactly what time it will be coming. So it's going to be a race against the clock here to see what exactly will happen in this race on the weather side of things. It's really gambling here, gambling stations in the garage. When the rain does come and starts to fall, when are teams and drivers going to start pinning for the intermediate tyre? Or will they even go for the wet if it gets too bad? I don't think wet would be suitable straight away though. And here we are, back with the fight at the front. Max Verstappen taking on Lewis Hamilton. Will they get ahead? Oh, just about. Max Verstappen stays ahead of the British driver. What a fight this is. Turning out to be between Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. Yes, very well defending. Very good defending from Max Verstappen. Lewis Hamilton, he's looking very fighty today. Could he get past Verstappen in the next couple of laps? And here we are back down with Charles Leclerc and Esteban Ocon. Charles Leclerc has seemed to be getting past that French driver of Esteban Ocon and the Alpine, and he has done it very successfully. Now, in this train, Daniel Ricciardo is the next one to come. And when will he overtake him? We'll have to wait and see. Now we're going to look back up to the front. Max is starting to pull away here, but it's now or never for the rain to come down. And Lewis will get DRS here. He won't have such a chance like he did last lap, but he's going to deploy the ERS. He's going to look to get just as close as he wants to. He probably won't be able to make a move, but he's going to get very close here, and that was exactly what he needed. But Max is now going to start pulling away, so he needs to stay close to him, unless he's going to lose some time and possibly even the position in the future. And now the Ferrari drivers are having a nice fight as well. Carlos Sainz has been overtaken by Charles Leclerc, and this train never seems to disappoint, I do say. And there's the rain. The rain is here and it is ready. And now it's time. We look back at the front runners. When are they going to box? When are they going to box? This is really critical here. Some drivers on the team radio soon might be pulling up from their engineers, hoping for a possible tyre switch in the next coming laps. Oh. We look now at Lewis Hamilton. He is very close here to the back of Max Verstappen, closer than he has been on the previous laps. Will he overtake him here? But now the first sector is a very good sector for Max Verstappen and the Red Bull. Now, ERS wide open, DRS activated. Where will he go? He looks to the outside once again. Is he going to overtake him? He's into the lead. Lewis Hamilton goes into the lead of the race. And what a move it turned out to be. Round the outside. And wow. I can't deny Lewis Hamilton. Great move to get past there. Now, it's all Max's job to stay with him and possibly get back past, because he wants that win more than anyone here today. But he's already slipping back due to the tyre grip. Now, this is going to be neck to neck here in the last laps here. The rain is here. Now, when are the engineers going to start calling for their drivers to box, box, box? We're going to look back at Kian RCS. Is he looking for a possible intermediate switch yet? I don't think just yet, but the sky is getting very, very dark. And everything's starting to darken up here at Imola, here in Italy. And now Max Verstappen, back with these two. The train continues, and this time, maybe even Valtteri Bottas might even get a shot here of an overtake. He's getting quite close here, but I think just because Max does have DRS, he won't be able to get past. And now Max Verstappen, may I just say, right on the back of Lewis Hamilton. But now the rain is getting very bad out there. Well, it's not getting so bad that it's going to flood the circuit or anything, but mostly for those tyres, they are going to start slipping around at some point. But now is now the time for intermediates.
Okay, Kian, box, 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 box.
And that is the call for Kian ROCS. He is going to be boxing this lap. Is he going to be the first to go in, or will everyone else dive into the pits at the end of this lap? We'll have to see. Lewis Hamilton at the front here in Italy. Okay, Lewis, we are gonna box, box, box. We're gonna box to inters, but box to inter tires. Are you sure? I feel the grip is still kind of there. Nope, we don't want to risk it. We don't want to risk it. Box this up.
Okay,
you sure about this? Very sure. Everyone else is deciding to go into inters as well.
Okay, Kian. You're hanging by a thread at the moment. We don't want you to get a penalty.
And that is very concerning. But two drivers are going to be staying out here. Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez are going to be risking it out here today. Kian ROCS, obviously we heard on the team radio he's going to be boxing this lap. Many drivers has decided to box this lap, and by many I mean everyone but three, and those three are Valtteri Bottas, Sergio Perez and Yuki Tsunoda. Now, how will they cope out there? Because the softs or the mediums, depending on, mostly the softs, everyone's on softs. How will they cope out there in this weather? Yeah, I think the only reason they stayed out was to avoid the double stack. They didn't want to lose time. But they're now going to lose time because they're out in bad weather and they're losing time as well now. So the gap between Valtteri and Lewis is around 23 seconds now, and the gap is decreasing very fast.
Okay, Kian, DRS is now disabled.
DRS is disabled. Now, for the three that have stayed out, I think everyone has realised at this point that it's now or never to pit now. Now, never, never, now. And Valtteri's in the pits, Sergio's in the pits, Yuki Tsunoda will also be in the pits this lap. So, on lap 10, or 11 even, of this Grand Prix, Lewis leads. Well, will be leading, at least when everyone leaves the pit lane. His teammate Valtteri and Sergio will come out. They've been overtaken by Max, Lewis, and they've also been overtaken by Lando, Sebastian, Kian. They're going to come out 6th and 7th, while Yuki Tsunoda is going to come out just behind his teammate, or not. He's going to come out behind Lance Stroll. Now let's have a look back at the front runners. This race is going to go either way at this point. With the rain is supposed to be clearing up by the near ending of this Grand Prix. We'll have to see. Just like when they were deciding to when to pit and everything, when are they going to switch back? And the Red Bull pit wall seem to have favoured Lewis and Max here.
Please stop talking about eggs.
Okay, Kian, we need you to start pushing for Sebastian. Push for 4.
And here we are now. It's a 3-car train with Lando in 3rd. Sebastian and Kian smell a podium here today. At least a podium place for the time being. ERS is going to be the only chance of them overtaking on the straight here, because the slipstream ain't going to do nothing. Lando is now going to try to defend off Sebastian, and Sebastian's going to have to try to defend off Kian. So I think the only person who doesn't need to do as much work here is Lando and Kian. Sebastian has to try to attack Lando and defend off Kian at the same time. Now that isn't going to be very helpful, and as you can see on the screen, it is getting quite wet out there. Not very good. Now, Kian RCS, we didn't see it. Sorry for not seeing it. The cameras were turned off. Not turned off, sorry. They were in the wrong angle. But Kian RCS has passed Sebastian Vettel. I'm not sure how, but he has, and he's up to 4th. Now, it's time to rest with this, with these tires. They don't want to push too hard. And now the pits have gone by, the train that was there isn't quite as much there as it was before, and I would also like to question the pit wall for Mercedes and for Red Bull. Obviously Max and Lewis are both first drivers in the team, but I thought they could have definitely double stacked them, and I'm not very sure why they didn't, to be fully honest. Having a look on the mini map here if anything happens here, because we are looking for some action, and we're gonna watch Kian RCS closing up on Lando Norris. Possible podium for him, first podium in his F1 career since this is his first season. He's been doing absolutely amazing in these first couple of rounds. Could get past any moment, just needs to get as close as he can. But when's that going to happen? We'll have to see.
Okay, Kian, we have no information on when the rain is going to stop yet, but we'll notify you when we know.
And Kian has got 2 wheels off the track. Now that shows you how slippery it is out there. Even with the inters, they will get rid of some water, but it's going to be very slippy out there, and I mean it. I haven't driven an F1 car before, but I could tell just by looking at it that it's tough out there. And now Kian wrapping his car around this circuit in this torrential rain, or not torrential, but quite heavy rain. He has now got his ERS wide open on Lando Norris. Where's he gonna go? He's gonna pull over to the right or the left. He's gonna have to pull over to the left here on the inside line. Is he gonna send it? Oh, he's gonna tuck it right behind Lando Norris. He's gonna send it into turn 2. What a move that was. Kian RLCS, take a bow. You're in the podium, mate. Well
okay,
done.
Kian, you're into the podium places.
Nice. Absolutely beautiful move by Kian. And he's looking to be a big challenger in this early bit.
Okay, Kian. The gap to Verstappen is 2.8 seconds. 2.8 seconds.
Sure.
Rain is going to end in 10 minutes, and what we hope is that the track will dry about 5 minutes after that.
Interesting news. 10 minutes till the rain will stop, and 5 minutes after that, when the rain fully clears off, and many will start considering the dry tyres. Maybe even before that, probably before that. But it's going to be a very, very interesting end to the Grand Prix, and if you want to stay here and watch it with us, please go to BBC, not BBC, what the hell am I doing? Go to BT Sports. Oh, sorry. You too.
Okay, Kian. The difference in lap times between the softs, the mediums and the inters is 6.9 seconds.
That is very interesting news. And I'd like to quickly say, Kian RCS, he's been doing great this race, and I'd just like to give it time really to talk about this, because he's been on fire this whole season, and look at him now, he's even catching up to this not the Mercedes, sorry.
Okay, Kian, the gap is now at 1.7 seconds.
He is closing the gap, and very quickly, even in this weather. He's going to get past eventually, I'm very sure. Right. Stay in tunes, guys, because this isn't ended yet. And if you want to, if you're here watching on a television, well, if you're not watching on a television, then go watch it on Sky Go. Sky Go produces sports and everything here with us. You can watch any sport you like at any time on your phone or iPad or tablet or anything really. And it's
okay, Kian, the gap now at 1.0 seconds.
And it's a very easy, portable way to watch your sports. Now back onto the show here, and a little bit of a wibble wobble for Kian, but the gap is closing and very fast. And look at that gap now, it's only 1 second, less than a second. And could he get the win? Technically, he technically could. Yes, he's really good, he just needs to keep focused. And if he keeps focused, he should be all good. Very wide there, and wait a minute, Kian RLCS has got a penalty. A 3-second penalty for multiple warnings. That isn't going to help whatsoever.
Okay, Kian, you have been given a 3-second time penalty. Mate, how can I drive? Mate, that chicane is just the most slipperiest thing in the world.
Keep calm, we need to keep our head down. Okay. Even with the penalty, he is still closing up to Verstappen. Could overtake him very soon. Now, obviously the 3-second penalty is going to hold him back a lot, so as long as he's 3 seconds ahead of both of them, should be fine. But on this pace, he's doing very well. And now it's Lewis Hamilton ahead of Max Verstappen, or maybe Lewis ahead of Kian, because he's looking for an overtake, and he wants revenge for his penalty. and we saw some sparks there. Not sure what that was for. But Kian RCS 57.8 in the second sector, and the lap times being set by Lewis Hamilton. This lap, we'll have to wait and see the gap difference in lap times between Max Verstappen, Lewis and Verstappen and Hamilton both got a 1:26.7. Kian, on the other hand, is so much quicker on lap times. He should be very happy where he is right now. I'm very confident in the position he's in. Even though he has never been in the podium places before, he should be in a very confident mood to get past Max Verstappen here. He's getting so close, and I mean it, very close here. The gap is 5 tenths now. It's dropping down, but entering this corner now, we go past it. The gap has dropped down to 3 tenths once again. As you can tell, he will do anything to get past. Yes, he certainly will. If he wants to get past, then he certainly will. Now, the only reason he's being held up here is, obviously, the Red Bull is a way faster car than the Alpine, but his race pace, mostly, without the car, if everyone was driving equal cars, he would be one of the best in the whole thing, I tell you. Now, right on the back of him now, 3 tenths. ERS all open, but he's gonna run out of ERS and won't have much of a choice here. He's getting very close. Will he send it up the inside? He will send it up the inside. What's gonna happen here? Oh, they're gonna touch. They are gonna touch. What's happened? We need to know who's gonna come out in front. And Kian has just been denied a position in the worst way possible. Kian, I know it was a very, very disappointing thing that you didn't get past. Keep your head down, keep your head up even, I don't know. Keep going, you're doing great. Forget about the penalty, and just know you're doing very well. That was a message from his team engineer, telling him that he's doing great. Stay focused. Don't make any mistakes. Well, he hasn't really made much mistakes here this race. Don't think you need to tell him that. Now, we're going to have a little look behind of what's going on, because here in 4th to 5th place, there's a very close 4th place battle. Now, each car is quite separated, but Lando and Sebastian are the closest in 6 tenths of a gap. Were you trying to say something?
No.
Okay. I'd like to say something here. Max Verstappen is also gaining on Lewis Hamilton. Well, this is going to be a very interesting race winner for it here. And the gap is still 2 seconds though. Last lap they gained 5 tenths on Lewis Hamilton. He seems to be struggling on those tyres. I'm getting a team radio from him right now. Bono, my tyres are dead, man. We can't stay out on these tyres. We need a box for a new set, man. Lewis, we recommend you stay on the set. We don't want to risk it, and we don't want to lose any more positions, because apparently so, the rain should be clearing up soon, or at least should be ending. Bono, I'm struggling, man. I need help, man. Lewis, listen to me. Stay out. That isn't going to be very nice, I tell you that. Definitely not the best.
Okay, Kian, the gap is now at 0.4 seconds.
This is going to be a very close one here. Kian, RCS and Max Verstappen. Are they going to go at it once again? Not right now, but they're so close. Couldn't get him into turn 2. But Kian is going to have any other place on the track to overtake. Not just that turn. Oh, he's gone a bit wide onto the sand. A bit of a disappointed thing right there. But everything is good at the moment. He is looking for any opportunity possible to get himself second. And definitely, if he would mess up now, that would be the biggest disappointment I have ever seen.
Even more disappointing than Shrek 2.
Yes, even more disappointing than Shrek 2. Okay, anyways, we continue. The gap is 4 tenths. But, of course, without DRS, he won't get just as much as he wants now. And he's also losing a lot of ERS. He's only got 19% on him on the straight, but he's going to use all of it to try and get past his fellow comrade. And which way is he going to look? He's going to look where? He's going to go to the outside. Maybe not. He's going to look to the inside. He's going to send it. No, he won't. He's only right behind. Oh, that little snap at the back. That just lost him a bunch of time. That's going to be very disappointing. That's another chance thrown out the window. And he's not going to be very happy with that. Not going to be very happy with himself. Now, my advice to Kian now. His race pace without ERS enabled is great. He needs to conserve the ERS a bit if he wants to overtake, because these opportunities are always great. But if he has enough ERS to use on that straight where he's overtaking, then maybe he can just sneak past. Here we are now with Kian RCS. Gap 6 tenths. Not as close as before, but quite close, to be honest. And here is the straight where he tried 2 times to get past and failed. And he is back. This is his 3rd chance to get past. Now, which way will he look? I literally can't see because the camera is so wet. He always tries to go to the inside, but he is being blocked by Max Verstappen. Very disappointing once again. He has failed to get past. Obviously, it's very, very disappointing. He's going to send it up the inside. Well, they made contact. They have made contact. But Kian RCS has just sneaked past. But this battle isn't over yet. Max Verstappen side by side with him. He's going to get past. And back past goes Max Verstappen. And also Max Verstappen is going to be very pleased that he's being attacked, because he's trying to chase up Lewis Hamilton right now. And I think they might have made contact there. A little bit of a bumping of the rear wheels. I think, Kian, if I was him, save all the ERS to the final straight from now, because conserving all that ERS possible, and he's just gone wide. I feel really sorry for him. Keep all the ERS you need, because when you're going to use it is the most important moment. When you're trying to overtake someone on a straight, you need that ERS, and that ERS has just been activated. And will he get another chance at overtaking? Now we'll have to see now. Kian, not sure we get close enough for an overtake. He's going to brake very late. He's going to hit the back of Max Verstappen. But I just want to quickly say, when Verstappen isn't in a fight, he's gaining time on Lewis Hamilton. So if he gets out of this fight alive and ahead of Kian, then where will that help him on the chase for Lewis? And I would also like to say, when is the time to pit for the Inters? enough on the inters for dry tyres, because now, even though the spray is still there, look at this, the rain has stopped. The rain has stopped falling down, but there is still standing water on the circuit. So what do? If you were Kian right now, what would he do? Now, the only problem here is Max Verstappen has a lot of VRS, and he's using a lot of it. He has 71%. He was using it a bit on the straight. He's going to try and warm up his tyres, Kian. He doesn't have as much ERS as last time, but still an opportunity for an overtake. Now, on the straight, ERS wide open again. Which way is he going to look? Will he get close enough for an overtake? That's the first thing. He might here. Which way is he going to look? Is he going to send it up the inside? He is going to send it up the inside. And that might just be contact there. But look at that. Right past, right around. Kian RCS up into second place. And Max Verstappen made contact with him. But that doesn't take away anything. Kian is in second. But that 3-second penalty isn't going to be very nice. Let's have a look now behind with the fight with Lando, Sebastian, Valtteri and Perez. None of them have overtaken yet, but the gaps between them is very low. And with the dries possibly coming into play very soon, this could be very, very important.
Okay, Kian, we are thinking that you should box this lap. We think that the line is dry now.
Okay, understood. Now, this is the big moment. Kian's engineer is looking for a possible dry tyre switch now. He is in second. He doesn't want to risk much. But what will he do this lap? Will he stay out or will he box? If I were him, I would wait another lap. But if you were Kian, what would you do? He's boxing. He's going in. And he's going to be the first one to go onto the soft tyres. That has just changed everything. Lando's up to third. But what will this do in the terms of who's going to get ahead? Because, I'll be honest, the spray isn't there. Has he made a good call by coming in on the 26th lap and he switched onto the softs? Understandable, obviously. He didn't want to go on to any others. And now is the time where he's going to win this, certainly. And
okay, Kian, grip isn't looking that great out there. We're out.
No! That is so disappointing. Kian ROCS, he's spun. Oh no! That can't happen. That can't happen. No. Not now. No. Oh no. Oh, that's... I have no words. I have absolutely no words. I'm so sad.
Okay, Kian, grip is definitely bad, but it looks like the rain drops will be off the circuit in a matter of laps. Okay, we feel that the line is actually now dry enough, and looks like you're gaining some time. Okay, Kian, it looks like the others may box this lap.
And I can't disagree more. I think the others are planning on a pit stop. But, oh my god, I can't. Oh my god, I'm so sad, man. That had just ruined his Grand Prix. That one tyre swap was just too early. Oh my god. Now, will they box? Will they come in? No, they won't. Now, was that the best option? I'm not fully sure it was. I could still see.
Okay, Kian, you are gaining a 10th per second, it looks like.
10th per second? That's a lot. I'd like to see what's going up with Kian.
Now you are partially losing time. Just keep your head up. Don't gain another penalty. You are hanging by a single thread.
I would say this is the crossover point at this point. Kian has just gained 5 tenths in that one corner. Lewis Hamilton, he's the lead car. He has to make the big decision here.
Okay, DRS is now enabled. DRS is enabled.
And this is it. All cars are going to be in this lap for the dry, surely.
Okay, Kian, we aren't sure whether they're going in this lap. They could stay because there's only few laps remaining, but we are way faster than those on inters.
We're having a look now for you, Kian. Out here we have got Lewis Hamilton. Max
okay, the gap
Verstappen,
to Russell is now 1.1 seconds.
and he is gaining a lot. He has got all of this in his hands. And what's he going to do? He's staying out. Lewis Hamilton has decided to stay out. So is Max Verstappen. What about Lando Norris? He's staying out as well. So is Vettel, Bottas, Perez, Pierre Gasly as well. Everyone else seems to be staying out, but hasn't realised Kian is gaining time on those softs. And he has got past George Russell. Lance isn't putting, Yuki isn't, Charles isn't, Ocon isn't, Daniel isn't either. This is unbelievable. Nicholas Latifi coming across the final turn now. Is he going to pit? No, he won't. Neither is Antonio Giovinazzi. Nikita Mazepin. Is he going to pit? Kian is just overtaken Kimi Raikkonen. Carlos isn't pinning either. It's a yellow flag. What has happened? We need to know.
And Kimi Raikkonen and George Russell are now in the pits.
And Kian's. And what's happened here? I think there might have been somewhat of an incident. And Daniel Ricciardo
is now out of the session.
He is out of the Grand Prix. Will that throw up a safety car, or possibly a virtual safety car, in these last dying laps of the Grand Prix? Now that these two have pit, this is the time where they can gain as much as they can. Bad decision by Lewis Hamilton, I have to say.
Okay, Kian, you are now gaining about 500ths every second.
And Lewis has stayed out for another lap. Max as well. Lando and Sebastian, they're going to stay out another lap, and so is Bottas and Perez. Pierre Gasly has decided to pit. Lance Stroll is now coming across the final turn now. What decision is he going to do? A little bit of a slide on the final turn. He's boxing. Tsunoda is as well. And Tsunoda isn't even. Lance Stroll is.
Okay, Kian. Esteban Ocon is now in the
Charles Leclerc in the pits. Esteban Ocon, sorry for interrupting you, by the way. Now many are deciding to pit, but the front runners.
Most people are now in the pits.
The front runners, have they made a bad decision? Because now it's Yuki Tsunoda, Pierre Gasly in 7th and 8th. Yuki, we're having a look now. His times are dropping by a thread. Now going to have a look back at Lewis Hamilton, who has the big decision to make now. I think it's quite obvious at this point that the Inters are not the right tyre, and this could hand the win to anyone on the dries as long as they keep calm. Carlos is in the pits as well. They have decided to pit. Max Verstappen in second, and Lewis, he's staying out another lap. He's staying out on the Inters. So is Max Verstappen. What will Lando do? He's going to stay out as well. So will Sebastian. And Perez is in the pit lane. Yuki Tsunoda on the Inters. What is he going to do? Is he going to pit or stay out? There is 2 laps remaining in this Grand Prix. And this is going down to the ground. Yuki Tsunoda is staying out on the intermediate tyre. But that's it. Surely this is the worst time to be out on the intermediate tyre, because Sergio Perez who has just pit, he's going to be... Will he come out ahead of Pierre Gasly? He might just hit. We'll have a look
Okay,
now.
Kian, you have the fastest lap of the race. Fastest lap of the race.
And Kian said the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Our fellow hero, Kian RLCS. He's back from the dead, and he wants a podium desperately. But that 3-second penalty can affect him a lot. But he is the fastest man on the track. That's good news for many people here who thought that his spin was the end of everything. We're now going to have a look back at Lewis, our main man. He is losing time out there onto the people with the soft tyre. Now, is he going to pit or is he going to stay out? If he doesn't pit, he's only got one more lap to deal with these tyres, and he isn't.
Okay,
Neither is
Kian,
Max.
You are gaining 5 seconds on Yuki Tsunoda. 5 seconds.
Will Lando pit? It doesn't look like he will. Neither will Vettel or even Valtteri. No one's pitting because it is the final lap technically still. Yuki Tsunoda is right on the back here. Pierre Gasly's right on the back of Yuki Tsunoda even. What's happening here?
Right
Sebastian Vettel has just trying to make a move here on Lando Norris for 3rd place. And
Okay,
get this
Kian,
move
you
done
need to
now.
try and increase the gap between you and Sergio Perez.
Right. It's only 1 lap left though, so he's got a big job to do. Now.
And Yuki
Pierre
Tsunoda
Gasly.
is now in front of you. He's on intermediates.
Intermediate tyre isn't the best tyre. Obviously,
His
as you
tyres
can
are
tell.
about half of the race old.
And look at that. Right past goes Kian RLCS.
Okay, it looks like you'll be in 10th, you'll be in 9th after the race finishes.
Lewis Hamilton. He's done everything right this race. He overtook Max Verstappen and got into 1st. He stayed on the inters to the very end. And he is now going to finish in 1st. Lewis Hamilton comes across the line to win the Imola Grand Prix. Max Verstappen finishes in 2nd place. And now behind is Lando versus Sebastian. And Lando comes out on top. He will finish 4th and 3rd.
Okay, Kian, you are now in 7th. You have finished
7th place for Kian RLCS. And that has brought an end to this very dramatic race here in Imola. Lando Norris gets driver of the day and his 1st podium of the season. Very well done, I must say. Now.
Okay, that was a good race, but if I didn't spin, I could have caught up to Pierre Gasly.
Yeah, 100%.
That was so hard. I had to predict when to box because I just saw the line drying up, and then I was like, okay, now it's time. But
Do
apparently
you
not.
think you should have stayed down the intermediates?
To be honest, I think I should have stayed. I kind of wish that the front runners boxed. I wish.
Yeah, same. That would have gave the victory to Pierre and put on the podium to you as well.
Mhm.
Alright. That's the end here today. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. I'll probably stream again in 2 minutes. I'm just changing the title name because why not? And Kian.